This movie makes us dream of going back to the time in which we were all captured by COVID and all losing our minds to the internet and everyone's internalized thoughts raging onward. This is Eddington. Welcome to the ScreenBlast Society.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Spoiler warning, we're going to be talking about a lot. This is Eddington. I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. That's that.
You want to go back to fucking Maxicus?
What? No, well, that's the experience. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to go back. I was so depressed around that fucking time.
Well, this is that movie for the experience. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to go back either. But
I enjoyed fucking looking at watching the chaos as I'm in a better time. I don't want to go back to when I was there.
Right? No, of course not. Who would like?
That's what you were saying.
No, I'm saying that's the movie. That is Eddington. Eddington's whole thing is, hey, what if, let's set ourselves in literally one of the the previously most stressful time that we can all recall, which is just getting out of lockdown, still very much restrictive, but things are trying to get back into order. That's when this is set, and in many ways it was a point in which everyone mentally was not checked out, but was very much in a state of trying to tiptoe around what is the requirement and what is freedom. And everyone kind of personally took that in their own interpretation. You've recommended this movie, Mark, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is Eddington. What do you think about this movie? Because, again, like, you saw it first. You have a window into why we're going to talk about this together here. Yeah, I mean, it has stars. We're talking Pedro Pascal. You're talking Joaquin Phoenix. You're talking a very no joke.
Well, I was gonna say flat out, like, I'm not a fan that this movie doesn't respect continuity, because there's no mention of Ellie. There's no mention of Johnny, the Thing. There's no mention of, like, all this adventures in Game of Thrones. There's no fucking mention of
there's no Dune reference.
Tales.
There's no Dune reference.
There's no Dune. Was he in Dune?
Austin Butler.
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about...
I was just talking about Pedro Pascal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what's funny about this movie, Mark, is, like, when I'm thinking about and I'm looking at this movie, like, I regularly... Because most of the movie is Joaquin Phoenix's story. And in many ways, I don't think he's typecast in this situation, because Joaquin Phoenix has done incredible wide-ranging things for most of his career, but it feels like we are in an adjacent Joker story, another Arthur Fleck adjacent storyline, where Joaquin Phoenix is in a situation where he's beat down by the world and those around him are beating him down as well, and he's just on the edge, and now the one thing he feels like he wants to take control of ends up fucking with him throughout the movie. So this feels Joker adjacent to what his portrayal of Joker was.
I was thinking about that after I saw the movie, but, like, the big difference is we're not, like, going through his, like, unreliable narration in a way, because with this movie, with Joker, it feels like we're supposed to get to a successful point with him. At least we're following him to get to a successful point with him.
As the Joker.
Yeah, as the Joker.
Right.
With this one, like, we're just witnessing him just, like, make every bad decision. We're not rooting for him in any way.
Right.
It's not his, like, it is his story, but he is not the he's not controlling it or narrating it in any sort of way.
Yeah, he's just along for whatever the journey in the moment is. And he is reacting to the world around him. The world around him seemingly through the fact that it's so enclosed in a bubble because of COVID and because of the internet and how everyone's interpreting it and the stressors. It feels like the pressures are kind of enclosing in on him and enclosing in on that feeling of this sense of loss of freedom. So, he wants to try to step into whatever he can to kind of wiggle into a bit of control, but he's kind of just, it's not his own narrative specifically, like you said. I thought the idea here is a bold one. I think it's smart that they didn't they obviously filmed this movie, I believe, last year or 2 years ago, but I think it's smart to give us some distance. Not many people really want to jump back, and like I said earlier, really want to jump back into this stressor point. It's a highly politicized point in time. It's a highly just stressful point in time for, again, freedom and trying to understand medically what you can do best. And you had a lot of people that, again, going back to the very beginning with the mask thing, it's like,
oh yeah,
knowing now that masks were somewhat protective, but you needed a specific type of mask, and what we saw over and over in the movie is what we saw in real life, which is, the regular masks that were kind of generic didn't work. So it's like even the people that were like constantly trying to defend the idea of we've got to do everything that policymakers say, it was proven wrong. But in the moment, as we remember, it was like it was this big fight,
For big stories that's about historical moments of society, I do like I do need some time away before I can watch that. But comedies get a pass. If you're just if we're just there to laugh at it, that gets a pass.
Yeah.
Because anytime I always look forward to a big historical moment in society. I was like, South Park coming out. What do they got to say about it?
Bingo.
Okay, I'm always watching. I'm always looking for that South Park. I'm always looking for whatever SNL clip on YouTube that's talked about it. Comedy gets a pass.
Comedy's about pushing it. That's the whole point.
But for stories like this, we definitely need some distance.
Yes. Because you're yeah, but it was just a very contentious. It was a contentious point in time. So, you have the moment again. A lot of the development of understanding where Joaquin Phoenix's character is okay. He feels again policymakers. Notably, he has this weird contentious energy with the current mayor, who's played by Pedro Pascal. He's got a contentious energy with his wife. His wife clearly is going through some shit. She's got some mental shit going on. And then his stepmom is also fucking off the end because she's gone into conspiracy theory and all that shit and is trying to track as much as possible. So it's all he's trying to figure out a place in all this. And yeah. But yeah, that was that whole thing where even at home he doesn't really have an ability to just kind of be comfortable because again you've got this thing with his wife and again how contentious that energy is, and then again his mom or stepmom that just sucks. Again, that's where I got the Arthur Fleck energy immediately, because it was he's really just in this confined space of he doesn't have home, he doesn't have even in town, he doesn't really have a foothold on it, but he is in a place where he is supposed to control things. Even then, you have the homeless guy come in and beats the shit out of him, or gets a hold of him. He's got the homeless guy kicks his ass, and it's he can't even win that,
Oh yeah, I remember when the movie started. The police officers. I thought we were just gonna follow on his kind of in Joker. We're just gonna follow the movie's gonna try to convince us to be on his side. That's right. The thing. The movie. Joker felt like it was convincing us to be on his side. This movie was not. It felt like that earlier, where it's I guess those cops are being too hard on him about the mask. And then, when that homeless guy's trying to break into the bar, he's like, let him in! And I'm just I'm honestly honest. I'm thinking, no, this guy's crazy. Why are you just being a jerk?
Exactly. And we see that in the grocery store, too, of course. The grocery store is interesting because, of course, the grocery store, you're sitting there going, you're breaking down. You being there, you understand society. No, it's the right thing to do to have the mask on. Yes, but also and you are literally the wrong person right now. You are law enforcement, and you're showing people, hey, it's perfectly fine to just, don't give a fuck. And thankfully, most of the people in the store understand the risk of spreading this. It is funny that by the mid to end point, he's got COVID. But it's he's openly trying to tell people, hey, fuck you. You know what I mean? Yes. And it's okay, what are you supposed to do with that? Yeah, I think all of these other characters that we see played by major actors it's interesting how they kind of they appear and then they're out. Like, obviously, you get Pedro Pascal. He's here. I thought he was going to be there for the entire time. I thought that we were going to get... In the beginning, you think, oh, this is going to be essentially... That's the other great thing about this movie, that I don't want to go in and... this is not digging at the movie at all. We're just wiggling through, interestingly talking about this film. But one of the interesting things about the movie is, like, you really don't know where this thing is following, because you could have gone the campaign route, but that falls away almost by the halfway point. It falls into chaos. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like it all slips into more political, and obviously political, not mayoral race, but yeah, the whole again, that whole idea of the mayor. It's like, I thought he was just, again, like, it's cool that it was a temporary thing, because again, you don't know where this movie's gonna flow, and I think that's one of the other fun things about it, is it becomes very, not cynical, but comedic in a South Park way to protesting as well. Like, we get that little aspect of it. We see the sort of younger generation that's involved in the town and how they perceive the moment. How
much of an audience, did you have any people in the...
there was laughter. Yeah, I had...
Oh, okay, because, like, that's why I love going on the Charles Theater. You're almost guaranteed, because, like, there's a lot of artsy-fartsy people that goes there.
Yeah.
The good kind. And, like, you're usually guaranteed to, like, get, like, audience for, like, every movie. Because, like, surprisingly, a lot of people still go to that theater.
What? The Charles? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I don't know how popular North Avenue is in general.
Charles Theater specifically is a gold mine. I mean, it's the anchor of the area, of that, like, north of Penn Station, you know? Mm-hmm. It's the anchor of that area. Like, you don't get anything else more valuable than that. In that specific, like, between North Avenue and Penn Station, there's nothing more valuable than
every time I went there, I've never had an empty room.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, these are also indie movies. Like, so people want to see these things. Like, they're not... It's never going to be empty because people really want
It's fun getting those crowd reactions for those movies.
Yes.
I remember seeing The Substance there, and it's like, everyone just, like, going ill at the same time, and there was, like, a gross body horror scene, like, and everybody laughing at the same time. It's a great experience every time. It's like, I'm glad I watched Megalopolis over there, too.
Legendary. I can't... Yeah, whenever either I saw Flo once or twice. I think I saw Flo. I think at was it Charles?
Was it playing anywhere else?
Yeah, Charles. I saw Charles, and I remember.
That's why I saw it too.
Yeah, that's right. We saw it different days, and I remember the many times when he gets the main cat gets in a vulnerable position. He's like, you hear the the women. It's like or like just like everyone's kind of feeling the moment, and that's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
But getting back to Eddington.
But, like, you were talking about the route why I bring that up is because, like, you talking about the kids. Like, the biggest laugh in the movie is when the kid was trying to explain to his parents why.
Yeah, I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
Like, what, why, no, I guess it's like the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, he's the hypocrite of
and like it's just my language, people, but like the father replied, like, "Are you retarded? You're white."
Yes, because like everything he was explaining was like it was so, and we see this character throughout the entire thing. He's so hypocritical because at many points he's just trying to get brownie points. He is your typical teenager that sees a cause and runs after it without understanding or valuing it, and it's hilarious that by the end he's the one that gets championed. Like, fucking gold. A+ writing on that. Like, absolutely hilarious that he's the only one. Like, he gets to be the one. Woo! Yeah, like, good for you. Like,
what's funny, I guess, what's weird is like, this is not like, it doesn't feel like no, it's treated like an over-exaggeration, but like, this is what I was like seeing on news and stuff.
Yeah.
How like black people was like trying to, white people was trying to like
side with it.
Yeah, side with the Black Lives Matter movement. And going too hard on it, even more than the black people are.
Well, that was the funny or just interesting thing about it is, like, again, you have the one black police officer, and it's like he's getting pressured by his coworker, who's clearly a fucking asshole, racist asshole, on one side, and then you've got the protesters on the other side that are constantly like at him constantly. Hey, you should be on this side. You should be on this side. It's like he's the barometer for like those two situations for the most part. Even Joaquin Phoenix's character uses him as a scapegoat later, and sides with the maniac racist other like secondary cop there, and it was very interesting because when you started seeing the protest, it was all white people, like it was all, and I was like, it was very much like a little bit of a yeah, this is about accurate. Like, this is kind of accurate of, you know, do you understand that you're protesting? And again, I like that we got sort of it was briefly satirical, but it was also just serious about the idea of, you know.
And like the speeches were kind of funny too, because he was like, I don't deserve to be talking on the ground I'm standing on. Yes, I'm so privileged.
Yes, but like it was funny that it was funny but true about the fact that, like, you know, most of the protesters that were there, it's like all the cops, they show up, so the cops show up and they start yelling at the cops, and it's like, that doesn't happen here. Like, he's like, you're protesting, but could you just do this? Can you do this, like, just on a sidewalk, please? Like, can you do this on? Now you could see both sides of this issue of, like, hey, you could just you can protest in the street. No one's driving on the street. Doesn't matter really. Whatever. But I mean, it's a small town. Like, people could drive around. Whatever. But you're protesting a place where this doesn't happen. Hasn't happened. Has no issue of happening. There clearly are some racial undertones in this community, but it's not happening here. And, you know, it's like, okay, do we have to? So, and I do love the hypocrisy as well of just, these are honest character portrayals. You have Pedro Pascal being the mayor in the beginning, and, like, he doesn't like the mask thing either. Like, he's fucking tired of it too. Like, it's fucking hilarious because, like, you know, it's like, hey, you should probably have, like, his PR person at his house is like, you should probably have the mask on while we're taking pictures and all that stuff. And it's like, it's just very funny. Like, it's, yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
By this point in time,
a lot of us didn't like the mask. We just know, like, the respectful rules to help make sure we don't spread the virus.
Yes, and by this point in time, most people were trying to understand if this was actually working, and it was in many instances, especially for those in vulnerable health positions, but it was still, you know, that's a whole other rigmarole. Again, I like, the fact that for the most part, because we're in this core area, we get a sense of what the town is. It's not a vast city where you're just going here, there, everywhere. You get an idea of where things are, so when things are happening, you're like, oh shit, okay, that's pretty close to wherever we are. You know, I think when you get
I love what, like, every scene we drive around that car with the multiple misspellings.
I thought it was wild when because like you said, Joaquin Phoenix's character, you're not supposed to, like, his narrative, like, he's wrong from the jump, like you said, and then he starts. I was already like, you gotta be fucking kidding me when he started putting up his campaign while he's on the job as a cop, and he's making his other cops do this as their job, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? You know, and for a second he had some momentum going until, obviously, you know, it's like he's trying to find something, but he's trying to find anything. He does the whether or not it's true that that Pedro Pascal's character sexually assaulted his wife. The wife did not want to out that, or it was her father and not Pedro Pascal. Like, he never actually got the confirmation, but he led on it because he thought, oh, this is good for the campaign. I'm just going to do it anyway. And that kind of brought in a giant fracture in his household, and it fractured the community even more. He was literally causing more division than anyone else in the entire town. You know, he was just as evil as the mayor, as Pedro Pascal, who wanted to bring in the data center and wanted to ignore the needs of everyone else, who was saying, I don't want to do this.
What makes this movie so enjoyable is like he is the main character. I hate him, but I really enjoy watching him, only because like when there's characters you hate that you enjoy watching them because the world doesn't treat it, the world of the movie doesn't treat it like they're right, and like you're kind of like because like, it's very grounded. Yes. You're just witnessing them make wrong decisions, and you're just like waiting for them to make even more wrong decisions, and it's just satisfying every time it happens. And like there was a point in the movie where he like used his wife's like story as a tool.
The
sexual assault, and she like she left. Not only she made a video, like, you know, correcting the allegations, and when Joaquin went to Pedro's, like, I guess, like, what party,
whatever,
all those stares, just like dagger stares from everyone, and then he goes up to Pedro, and Pedro's like, and just like does another slap for good measure.
I thought what I like so much about, there's really good acting here. I mean, phenomenal acting, and also the directing is great as well. I think what's great is you can cut the tension and the suspense with a knife at times. Like, it's so good, especially when it starts to get very heated between those two candidates, Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix, because they're both such good actors. Like, I understand people are tired of Pedro Pascal, but the reason why he's everywhere, it's not just because he's got star power, but it's because he's really fucking good. Like, he's actually fucking good. Like, he's got, like, energy and charisma, and, like, you know, in these moments where they're standing next to each other, or they're just, you know, going back and forth with each other, that's genuine. That's not bullshit. You don't feel like he's reading lines. That feels like an actual, like, a candidate against a candidate who's tired of the other guy's shit. And you're kind of watching Joaquin as he's, like, walking away. He's got his hand for a second near his holster, and you're like, is he going to? Because you can't tell. You can't really tell. Especially after the slap. And then he walks away. But it's like, that's where it's starting to climb. And that's kind of where you get to that point where things just really go left. And he goes out and he sniper shots.
I'm just like curious what's going through his head, because the movie doesn't like emphasize his hand on the hoist or anything.
His hand's like here.
But the movie isn't emphasizing it.
It's not pointing to it. But I was like, okay, are we going to just...
I'm only saying it because I didn't notice that. But like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was just looking at his face the whole time.
The whole time. Good expression. You're like, if I was you, it's almost like the Chris Rock slap after he got slapped by Will Smith. You're like watching it like, you know, like, oh shit, okay, all right. And then
it feels like on the way back he got even harder dagger stares.
Yes. I think also because he didn't do anything, and it was like, okay. It was dagger stares because of the allegation, but it was dagger stares also because it's like, you're not supposed to be here, and you got a repercussion from it. I love... And
he just like, Pedro the look on Pedro's face when he's just like turning the music back on with confidence, like, nope. He's like, not, his face just not even budging, like, back on. Yeah. He turns it off and like... just stares at him directly.
That's why I thought it was gonna like get even worse, because I was like you again in that sequence, it's so good. Like, that tension is so good. It's done so well. Oh man, like great job.
I love when the movies like not like we're going to the next scene. I love movies that are like not trying to be a horror, that just still make me jump. Cause like when Pedro's talking to his son, like, did you leave your girlfriend's purse here? Like, no, I didn't leave a purse here. Like, shot, and like, I was like, whoa!
I saw did you see the dot?
Huh?
Before? Did you see the dot?
I didn't see the dot. I was paying attention to the dot.
Understood. Cause like, it was weird. Cause like, we're sitting there in the middle of the night, and I'm like, okay, what's happening? Why are we, the first question is this just about these two? Very interesting, because like you said, the next scene after he's pissed is seeing them middle of the night. Okay, is this just about these two? And then, like you said, you get the...
I thought where the story was going, like, oh, the son is doing some shit that's fucking with his campaign, so we're just gonna have a quick story about him, and we're gonna have a quick side plot about him and his son. And it's like, alright, just gonna witness this real quick.
Yeah, but I think what's cool, I'm with you too, because what's cool is with this movie is there's so many threads that you also don't know if in this scene specifically what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know if it doesn't seem like, oh, this is gonna be an assassination. They don't set it up like that.
Yeah.
They set it up like you said, exactly the way you described, where, oh, this is about the father-son, and maybe we're gonna get a moment about the mom, or maybe we're gonna learn a little bit here.
And like, it caught me off guard because I was just watching Invest, because I was like, I wasn't like, what's going on here? I was just watching Invest, and I'm like, okay, let's just see some development between him and his son, and out of nowhere, boom! I'm like, whoa! Because I yelled out an audible whoa, like, whoa!
Dude,
that's when I actually get. When if I yell up an audible like whoa, that's when you actually surprise me.
Man, I'll tell you, I saw even if you see the little dot before, you're still kind of like, because it's all within like 0.3 seconds.
You don't think I'm fucking kill off Pedro?
Well, that's the other thing. Is you like this is like this is a big guy. You're not gonna just kill him. And you just shoot him and he's done. Okay. And then his son. It's like, oh yeah, his son's fucking dead. Like, you know. After that, it becomes like a beautifully suspenseful and just scary sequence where the son comes out, and then it's like he's trying to get away, but boom, he gets about 30 seconds. Now he's shot, and then yeah, it's just over.
Then the reveal is like Joaquin Phoenix, like shit.
But we kind of no. You know why we knew? I was like presuming it was going to be.
Oh, you get the
no because before that he kills someone else.
The homeless guy.
He takes out his energy about the slap on the homeless guy. So I'm like. That's why I thought, why is this about just them? But I'm with you too, where it could have been both. But that was my lead-in to the sense of there's got to be something else here, and then he gets shot. But that's when he starts going on the rampage. I love when we start getting the Native American like investigator, and he's like, he kind of just sees right through it because it's like, because Joaquin is kind of just. He doesn't collect everything. He's very loose with how he does it. He does it on fucking Native American territory, and it's like, dude, you're not even doing this clean. You just fucking you're a fool. You know, like one of the best scenes is like again slowly as the Native American police officer and investigator detective is starting to figure things out. He sees on the board the handwriting on the whiteboard in the in the sheriff's office. And he sprints to his car, and then Joaquin's like, "Oh fuck!" And they both.
He's missing all this. The reason like he doesn't get caught instantly because like he only has like one person trying to track the all the steps.
Yes.
Over there, if there was multiple people, he would have been done.
Yes.
He's using his fucking coworker as a scapegoat.
But even then, it's like done so shoddily. And it's also that
he would have got caught fucking and like Antifa didn't like storm in.
Yeah, well, it was weird. It was like, it wasn't weird. It was like, okay, this is I get where it's going, but it's like, okay, once it got to, because he just wanted to take out energy, but the fact that he was so cavalier but stupid with it, where it's like, okay, your tire tracks, because like again, the Native American detective, he goes up, he starts looking at the sheriff's car, like. Looking at the wheels. Like, he's almost got it all tethered together. Like, he's almost like, this is like 99%, I'm sure. You know, like, it gets really there. And then right before, like you said, before, like, it all starts to close in on him, his I don't think he told his racist coworker. I think his racist coworker was already energized by the Fox News machine.
He didn't tell anybody.
Exactly.
Except for later his ex's mother.
Yes, like, and so that was an interesting development too, because you heard the entire time once the Black Lives Matter protest started. It was like, it was so weird that they kept like checking in. It very much was a South Park like Token, or a moment where it's like, all right, Cartman and Token. All right, you cool, Token? And it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you cool, Token, right? Yeah, everything's good, right? You're nothing's happening, right? Like it's like, oh, you racist fucks. Okay, all right. Like all of it. Again, this whole movie. This is why, like, I didn't necessarily like the time period because it's like, I like the movie's done very well because it's all based around just this energy of powder keg, this energy of everyone's tired of this shit. It's all converging on a point, but it's so conflicting. There's so much conflict, whether it's passive aggressive, whether it's action, all of it is just like, like it's so gross. I hate that. I hated it, but I loved watching it. It's like this train that just keeps rolling down the tracks. It's horrific. It's insane. I think, by the way, one person we didn't talk about, or the two, was Austin Butler, who appears in kind of just Mr. Steal Your Girl, because he's also psychotic, and he's playing with Emma Stone, and Emma Stone is the wife, and I thought for a second that was his daughter for 3 seconds because the age difference. You know, I know these actors are quite different in age in reality, but in the movie they kind of age up Emma Stone a little bit so she looks like Joaquin Phoenix is age close-ish, but still a little bit different-ish. Either way, this is a relationship that's pretty much sour.
I believe she's just like a weird, like kind of like I don't know, like for a better word, like a hippie lady that's just like into that that probably through some situation fell in love with Joaquin Phoenix back in the day.
Yes. Yeah. And clearly this now has soured, and not just that, but she's just psychotic. She's got it's like gotta take my meds or whatever, all this stuff. She goes down these rabbit holes, and then that exacerbates what she believes, and things can get worse. And unfortunately, she found someone else who also has that energy, and he shows up at. That's where it's like, Jesus Christ, Mr. Steal Your Girl is right at your house. And, he's just walking through your house. He's getting whatever he wants. He's got this casual energy. He's what Joaquin Phoenix's character wants to be also in terms of the casual nature. He doesn't want him to be as psychotic as Austin Butler's character, but he certainly wants to be as casual and smooth and charming as Austin Butler's character. And I thought, man, once she leaves, it's like, fuck. Well, and he's going through it so badly that for a second, he visualizes, this is when he's deep in COVID, he's got COVID, he visualizes that the mom is his wife for about 3 seconds. I don't know if you saw that. In the darkness. He goes back to his house, he's got the gun out, he's got the gun drawn, he's looking around, and then for a second, he thinks, oh, that's Emma Stone, that's my wife, and then it fades, and it's his stepmom.
Oh yeah.
That was like, Jesus Christ, you should not be sheriff. You are off of it, and you've got COVID.
Small town, they ain't got nobody else.
Yes, no, they don't. Someone should run for sheriff, not mayor. Fucking Christ. Yeah. But yeah, I think outside of that, I think overall, again, I love this neat little setting of Eddington. You could have set this in a major city going through COVID. That would have been a little overwhelming. Instead, it's all right, you've got to deal with maybe 10 characters.
Because the director himself said he grew up in New Mexico.
Well, this fits then, and it's great. And again, I think costume design, it all works, and it feels like, again, this is a lived-in, breathed-in, real town, and then simultaneously, everyone that's acting here feels like they actually exist.
Oh, yeah.
Even the protesters don't feel like they're acting. That's what's amazing. No one feels like they're acting. They all just feel like they're genuine fucking people walking around with this energy and these perspectives. And I think that's really tough to do in something like this, but they all feel like they actually are.
I do wish, I guess the Antifa terrorist didn't affect the plot too much of him getting caught. I kind of just wanted him to get caught, but also that whole scene, oddly, it was suspenseful in the way I don't really the reason it was honestly suspenseful because I still don't like Joaquin Phoenix's character, but the reason I'm hoping he doesn't die is because I feel like death is too quick and easy for him. So I was like, he deserves to be caught or punished in some way. So I was like, you can't kill this character off yet, because also if he dies, the movie ends. So it's you can't just kill this character off yet. And he keeps surviving and surviving until he's a vegetable.
I thought it was,
and that was his punishment. It was I wish he got caught though, but
yeah,
okay. But that was still good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has to watch his wife who's gotten fucking knocked up by this guy. Oh my god. And he can't do anything, really. He's literally a vegetable.
Honestly, he's not living a worse life as a vegetable, but
it still is.
I wish it
I think if you're a vegetable and you see your former wife was now knocked up with the guy that walked into your house, you're probably fucking pissed.
And you're sleeping in bed with your
ex-mother-in-law who brought in another guy right next to you, and you're never getting loving like that. You're done. Now, I will say, that moment where it starts shooting, I know that we are not following his own narrative. And again, this kind of pulled me back into the Joker comparison. I'm not trying to keep doing that. It's not one-to-one. But when the shooting kept going, I'm like, how much of this... He does have COVID, and he was hallucinating.
He has asthma. He has COVID. Multiple wounds. He's old.
That's why I'm like, when it kept going after about the 3 to 5 minute mark, I'm like, how much of this is not? Is this in his head? Literally.
You throw me in most of that shit, I'd be immobilized and I wouldn't last as long as he did.
That's why, because he's here's what I thought was gonna happen. All of this is in his head, and then the movie, I don't know how it adapts, but something happens, or he's hallucinating, and everyone he's shooting is actually on his side.
It was the least realistic part of the movie.
Because everyone that was shooting, like the whole town just was empty, and I was like, are these other people, like, are they feds? Are these people that are just trying to capture him because he's gone loose now? And he's gone off it, like, and now he is the biggest threat of this town. So now he's the problem. Like, I got a little lost in the sauce of what this point of the movie was, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it got really like messy. So that I think is the only point in the movie where it was fun, but it didn't make too much sense for me. It was like it feels like they wanted to have a Western standoff. You know what I mean? They have a Western standoff.
And the black character, Michael Ward, you find out he lives. Cause I was wondering why
he exploded.
Yeah, well, they do hold on his eye kind of opening. It's like, is he dead?
Right.
And it's like, okay, he's somehow alive, which is very unrealistic too. Like, he's somehow alive, yes. But like, I guess like what is the ending trying to tell us? That like he's planning to like shoot him at some point.
No, I think it's just that he got out of it. Like he's recording Joaquin Phoenix as a vegetable now. I don't know what he's going to do with that, but I know that he's happy that he's a vegetable that can't do shit about it. I mean, everything that... I think another thing about this movie is...
I think he's the last person we see before the movie ends.
No, the last thing we see before the movie ends is that the ex-wife gets in bed with the other guy.
Oh, but I thought we cut back to him, like, shooting.
We do. Yeah, that's right. I think one of the good narratives about this movie, or core themes to take from this movie, is that through all of this, like, the town did not get what they wanted. Like, the data center still showed up, and like the core thing that no one really wanted, like the one thing that the lady was fighting for, was just like an undernote. It was very much a little pocket of something that she was trying to fight against, and she was there for like 3 seconds, and then what the town actually wanted and what the people wanted got ignored in the end. And I think that's an interesting little side note there. Like, even though Joaquin Phoenix claimed to want to fight against this whole idea and was going to fight for the people and became hypocritical because of that whole thing, and even Pedro Pascal claiming to fight for the people but clearly was fake about it as well. I love what this movie has to say about politicking and what it has to say about local level enforcement and what it has to say about all that. Go ahead, Mark. Want to say something?
Oh no!
I let you point. Sorry, I let you point your.
I was testing the plague.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's like I like this movie a lot. Like, it's a grand 2.5 hours, and it's not a bad 2.5 hours. This is a great journey down the road. I don't think I would watch this again for maybe 10 years, and then maybe take away from it something new. But it certainly.
I know the director's other work is long. I think he made like Hereditary and Beau is Afraid. I wanted to catch Beau is Afraid, but I couldn't. I didn't have the time, and it went out of theaters. I'll watch that one day.
Yeah, Ari Aster. He made Hereditary, Midsummer, and Beau is Afraid. Yes, those are all written, directed by him. Yeah.
I'll check out those movies someday.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of good things about Hereditary.
Yes. So, yeah, I think this was cool. I think Eddington, it's, even though this month itself, it's been great outside of Smurfs. It's been, you've got 2 superhero movies that were grand. You had this movie, which was fantastic. I thought, okay, this is...
I think in recent memories, one of the best movies that have the message, because a lot of movies have that message of like how social media is affecting our society. I think this is one of the movies that portrayed the best in recent memory.
Yeah, it really delves into the danger zone. That's the biggest thing. It's like, here's just straight up, here's the danger zone. Like, everyone's taking this however they want. And here's the danger thing. Like, you have the mayor's son who's using this as a weapon. Or no, not the mayor's son. The mayor's son's friend, who's using... a couple of pictures as a weapon against the one police officer, the last police officer we see, like you said earlier. He's using the social media as a weapon. You've got again, Joaquin Phoenix's character using social media as a way to get his word out, but then it's spiraling out of control. He's using it also as a way to get his voice out there in a dangerous way, in the fact that he's avoiding talking to anyone else before. Like, again, his wife is like, hey, why didn't you fucking talk to me about this? Everyone's saying, hey, you should negotiate with us before you just straight up do it. Yeah, there's a lot there where it's like, hey, this is...
And director came up with this movie while he was doing scrolling.
Well, smart idea. I mean, incredibly brilliant way to adapt the idea of, hey, like, I've been doom scrolling. How do I adapt it? What do I take away from it?
There's an also, like, yeah, there's an inspirational, a scene that's definitely inspired where freaking Joaquin Phoenix is just doom scrolling. He just has a blank face in the middle of the night, and he's like, you can tell he's like,
he's just sitting there.
He's been doom scrolling for a long time. He's not going to sleep.
Yes. And there are little moments, I think we said before the recording started, where it's like, just little funny moments. Again, there's some great humor in this movie. Like, sarcasm, just great humor throughout this movie. And again, one of them was, when the protests are very early, and it's only like 1 or 2.
Yeah, and the homeless guy is making them feel uncomfortable.
But like, he's driving with one of he has one of his other sheriff's employees or deputies recording him as he's driving, and I guess he was going to talk about it or something and just get the word out. He's got the bullhorn on top of the cruiser, and there's a protest, and he's like, get out of the way. And then at the end he said, fucking fags. And then, like, he's like, do you want me to stop? He's like, oh yeah, just fucking stop. And then cut that last part. Fuck. Yeah, like, it's just honest. Like, I love this. I love the portrayal of everyone in this movie. I hate some of the people, but I love the acting in this movie, and I love the directing in this movie. So fucking slam dunk. I would not revisit this again for a while.
Yeah. This is fun. Yeah. This is fun to witness.
Fuck yeah, man. I appreciate that you shouted it out enough for me to make sure that I watched this before we talked about it.
Okay, this is a good conversational piece in general.
Yes.
That and like this is just like a good vehicle for Joaquin Phoenix after Joker 2.
Definitively. Yeah. Yeah. By a mile.
His acting in Joker 2 was good, but like that script, that movie was just not.
No.
But like his talents is like
waste.
Put to use in, but with better writing here.
Well, it's like that sequence with Fantastic Four in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where it's like, oh,
John
cool.
Krasinski.
John Krasinski. It's like, oh, cool. That's awesome. But it's not fucking being used for anything valuable. So what the fuck are we getting out of this?
Fucking all those actors.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Inhuman. We got Black Bolt from the show in the role like he's supposed to be. We're not gonna do anything with him though. We're still not using Inhumans. Fuck that.
Dude, no. They could have used. I'm not getting it. Guys, we appreciate.
Welcome to our Marvel podcast.
Yes.
Strap in for the next 5 hours.
Yes. But yeah.
If even.
But yeah, that's the ScreenBlast podcast for Eddington. Definitely worth checking out at least. And, good shit, Mark. But yeah, you can find me at Bryan the Baltimorean, all one word, on Instagram. You can find me at youtube.com/@democracy. That's ATHEMOCRACY. And then, of course, I've got new videos out on that channel. You can find Mark. Mark, where can they find you?
Cannabis is KNIBISKUTS.com. Also, like, well, I know we just ended the podcast, but it was like, I always want to say, like, what was weird is I was starting to see, I don't know if the movie came out earlier, because it is like a indie festival sort of movie, but like, I was seeing showtimes coming out, I think like it was releasing wide a week before Fantastic Four.
Eddington?
Yes, or 2 weeks. It was just like very close to Fantastic Four, which is weird for another Pedro Pascal movie. They're just very close to each other. And like Companion and Novocaine was this year. It was like 2 Pedro Pascal vehicles.
Alright.
All right. But it's weird that like 2 Pedro Pascal vehicles were so close to each other in a similar way where for Jack Quaid and Novocaine and like Companion were very close.
It's also very much like
Test 4.
It's very much like what's his name from with Ant-Man, Quantumania, and Creed 3, if you remember.
Paul Rudd?
No. The black guy, the Kang. I don't. Whatever. No one cares anymore because he's not. But the point being, you don't have to look it up. It's all good.
I want to.
Okay.
I guess his name's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors. I knew it was gonna come back to me.
But it's like that where it's like those were within a month of within less than a month of each other, or within a month. They kind of just handed off success theatrically. So yeah. But this is very close. This is like you said within 2 weeks. That's crazy. But honestly, the whole year has been Pedro Pascal. So let's be honest here. The Materialist came out 3 weeks before Fantastic Four. Or no, 4 weeks before Fantastic Four. Freaky Tales came out 2 weeks before fucking Materialist. Or 4 weeks before Materialist. So he's in everything. It is.
He went him and the rest of the Last of Us characters went golfing.
Don't forget about that. Yeah. And don't forget, of course, the Mandalorian movie comes out next year. So yeah, more Pedro Pascal.
It is Sony. There should have been a Hot Shots Golf reference when that scene happened.
Jesus, a little sound.
Nice shot.
A sound effect.
Yeah, nice, and a little onomatopoeia pop. Nice shot.
Hey, gotta diversify your portfolio. All right, guys. Appreciate you for watching. Ta-ta for now.
What on, everybody?